Pisces. Hi, Pisces. This is Trudy of Virtual Tarot. I am getting ready to read your 4-card spread for love for the month of July. It is time for you to understand and to know and to be enlightened. And so with that said, let's get going with your love reading. I am going to shuffle these cards once more, and please look below for a link, the link, which will tell you how to find your rising and your moon signs. The reason you would like to know what those are, especially your moon sign, is that that sign relates to your relationship houses. You probably will find that you resonate with your moon sign, and so check that out, watch those readings as well. Now, I want to tell you that Ava and I are doing readings individually, and a lot of you have asked about this, and the reason why is that we live in separate cities and we were having a really tough time getting together to film, and it was really getting in the way of scheduling. So to get both of our schedules on the same page and for one of us to travel to the other city was getting to become more and more difficult. That said, the good news is we're changing things up. You always want to keep things fresh. And Ava's doing the headliner readings, and she is still creating council cards. You can subscribe to that card by clicking the link below. It is Major Arcana Council. And also we are still doing personal and private readings. That has not changed. So if you would, please go to Ava Trudy Virtual Tarot and choose a reading. I'm going to shuffle for you one more time. This is my moon sign, Pisces. You are my moon sign. Resonate with this. Let's see. Okay, this is coming up again. Came up for Scorpio, only in the reverse. But for all of my Pisceans out there, it is coming up ready to go. You are ready to roll. When it comes to matters of the heart, when it comes to relationship, intimacy, forgiveness, passion, family, anything that has to do with reunions, this wheel is moving forward. If you're single, this wheel is moving forward. Timing is very good. And if you are online dating, timing is very good. Also, if you are in relationship with someone, timing is very good to move forward with that relationship. The one thing that you don't want to do is turn back time. And that often seems like a very good idea. And I'm going to sing it. No, I'm not. If I could turn back time. If you're still thinking about a past relationship, it's time to turn time forward, because a broken watch is always off with a karmic wheel, and your karmic wheel is turning, and so you have to vision forward at this point. It's time. Now, are you lucky in love this month? Yes. If you feel or have felt in the past that you are not a candidate, then this is the month to give it another shot. Because when you go out there, you're going to get a different reaction than what you had previously expected or gotten. Or maybe you've gotten positive reaction and you do not realize how lucky you are in love. Realize that you are ready to go. And it is time for you in love to move forward. And that just means think and move in a fashion that's in alignment with the future. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to go in relationship, or where would you want to go with a prospective partner? King of Swords is your challenge. And this is a gentleman. He's very logical. He has mental acuity. Very interesting. He is your challenge. He's an air sign. He's an Aquarius. He's a Gemini. Or, oh my gosh, my lights, oh, no. I'm looking off camera and I saw some smoke. I'm like, oh, my lights are burning up. This man is a Libra. He's an Aquarius, or he's a Gemini. Or he has those tendencies. Often he's involved in the law. He could be a lawyer. And he's showing up in the challenge position, but he's in the upright. He's a good guy. Very logical. You are a Pisces. So you roll from the heart. And if you have a man like this showing up, you might feel a bit challenged because your personalities are different and the way you present to the world. You'd be all fluttery and flowy and mermaid-esque. And this guy might be wearing a suit and tie. Or he's someone who is just quick-witted, likes to play games, mind games, but not in a bad way. He loves repartee, and he may like to make jokes that go over other people's heads just for fun. But he lives in the realm of the intellect. And because you live in the realm of the heart, this could be a bit of a challenge. Now, we all have a rising, a moon, and a sun sign, and then multiple houses. And so I just want to say, if this is you and you have someone like this in your midst who is a challenge, and you're either in relationship with this person, or you are thinking about potentially dating, but you're not sure because you're not sure if you're in alignment, go ahead and get a private and personal reading, because we will pull, if you have the information, and you should have it, we will pull his rising, his moon, his sun, his entire chart. We'll pull yours. We'll look at the two of them, put them together, and give you a little bit more insight via private and personal reading. But you should know when you date someone what their rising and their moon sign is. And if they think you're super weird because you want all of that information, you can just kind of, oh, and by the way, where were you born? It works every time. But you need to know these things. And the only thing you really need to know to have the owner's manual, and if he knows it, is his time, or she knows it, is her time of birth, place of birth. And I would hope they would know what their birthday was. Not everyone does, though, surprisingly enough. Okay, so Pisces, that's really nice. And Pisces, you're going to get some money this month. Now, what does that have to do with love? Well, it has a lot to do with love, because when we've got cash in the bank and in our pockets, it's a lot easier for us to feel unstressed and to be ready for love. And so that's going to help you out a lot. Just having a couple of extra bucks in the bank. And where are these going to come from? Well, whenever this card pops up, it's always unexpected. And so it's going to come from a resource that you didn't expect, more or less. Or maybe the timing is different than what you would expect. Maybe you're getting the money sooner than you had expected. But you're going to get some money, practical help, solution from someone is going to come into your life. And that's really nice. Now, going back to what we've read and what we've already seen, is that this is a really great month for you. Not only in matters of love, but in matters of bonus, extra, and that will make you feel great. So everything so far is very, very positive for you. King of Swords in the challenge position. If you're looking for a lawyer, an attorney, that is your challenge, to find a decent attorney. If there's a situation where you feel you need an attorney, you're challenged by finding one. You might know of someone who's a great attorney, but that challenge is to retain that person. Last but not least, oh, was that last but not least? Yeah, we've read 4 cards. We have the 3 of Wands that pops up. And then I hear the Diana Ross song, do you know where you're going to? Do you know? You know, it's so funny because I saw Ellen DeGeneres sing this song and it just cracked me up. The do you know where you're going to song? Oh, sorry. Anyway, that's what I think of when I see this card. Because you've already invested. You've already put some energy and effort out there. And if that means you've invested in passion, and this is always passion. Rods are energy, passion, creativity, spirituality. If you've already invested, and this card is showing up in the reverse, you're not sure if your investment will pay off. And how does that relate to dating, being in relationship, and that type of thing? Well, you're looking for the payoff, and it's delayed. It has felt delayed, but your wheel is up this month. And so maybe the idea is to go back to the 2 of Wands and re-envision where you want to go in all matters of love, because you can move in that direction, whichever direction that is that you would like to go. This can also mean that you have to step back a couple of steps and rethink what you had thought before. That could mean that if you are dating, you may find yourself backing up toward this King of Swords, which would mean you were moving forward toward someone else. So you might be rethinking who the person is if you're dating, who that person is, maybe you're not as interested in that person as you thought. Maybe you're pulling back. Maybe they're pulling back, and there's a new person coming in. And so it is a good thing to allow yourself to rethink where you thought you were going. It's okay. It's simply okay. Now, if you are in relationship already, this can simply mean that a trip that you guys were planning to take is delayed. It can also mean that there's some issues with flights, change of flights. It's just delay. It's not really anything at the end of the month that is super terrifying. It's kind of nice. And the summer's a great time to do this, to reevaluate, take a couple of steps back, and figure out where you want to go in relationship, or where you want to go with your partner on vacation. So that's really all that speaks to. And the good news is, and I love this for Pisces, there's some extra help coming your way. Just mid-month July, here it comes. You're going to have, wow, I didn't expect that. And it's always nice to get a little bit extra. And this could also mean a new job even. It could mean that. Or a second job, or a second career, or money's coming in from a resource that you'd never, maybe it's a resource that you hadn't expected would pay off. An endeavor that you hadn't expected would pay off. So you've got to go back and you've got to rethink where you want to place your energy, because this is coming in, and so you're going to focus on this. Also, within the area of relationship, you're going to be challenged a little bit by this King of Swords. And this King of Swords can also be a woman who is very stoic and logical. And she's a bit of a challenge for you because sometimes just these are energies and they're not necessarily people, but could represent a female as well. It's more male energy, more the aggressor. So watch it, but don't watch it too hard because that king energy is in the upright and that person may appear to be cold, but they still are in the upright and they will not harm you. Last thing I'm hearing here, again, I do feel like there are quite a few of you who are going to be rethinking a situation, a relationship that you're in, or just a dating, uncommitted relationship. You're going to be rethinking that because there's this new person in your life, and this new person is very beneficial when it comes to creating a life together. They offer you security, and oftentimes that's what the Ace of Pentacles is. They're generous, and they being what am I saying? That's an air sign. They being an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra, showing up as that, maybe even involved in matters of the law as a career. Last but not least, yes, you may have to rethink because we do have this Three of Rods reversed, and you only had 2 choices before you made your decision, but now you have 3. And so I can see you backing up a bit because that third choice is looking pretty good. Please come back for the August reading. I want to find out what is going to happen here with you, Pisces. This is very interesting, but it's a very, very positive month. Can't get a better card than the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. And that card just basically says, go for it. Take 2 steps backward and go for it. You will not be sorry that you did. Thanks again for showing up, and I will see you in the month of August. Have a wonderful July. Whew, it's hot out there.